Okay. This is the first Farmer Tice book I wrote. The second one is called Farmer Tice. Book number 2, I didn't mean to do it. And the third one is my favorite, which is Farmer Tice Root Beer, which is a good book. Read a little about what it says on the back, Harmon. Harmon is supposed to be in kindergarten, but I homeschool him, and read the back of the book, a little bit of it.
The world's luckiest man returns for his wildest magnificer yet. This time, Farmer Tice is returning an old family recipe into a $1 million business. Of course, he can mess up the old one-man parade, even if he's the great marshmallow.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to read you the Christmas story.
Root beer, our hero gets plenty of chances.
Okay. Alright. Plenty of chances. Alright, I'm going to read you the New Year story. Last time I read you the Christmas story. This one is Farmer Tice rings in the New Year. Now I got to hold the book and read it at the same time, so pay attention.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hold that camera. My dad lets me.
Alright, this book is written for young teens.
Yeah, his other cameras.
Alright.
Right, Daddy?
Right. Okay, here we go. Farmer Tice rings in the New Year. Hope I can read it. Alright, here we go. It was New Year's Eve and Farmer Tice was eager to celebrate. Nothing went right for him last year, and he was glad just to put bygones behind him. About the only thing that grew last year, besides the weeds on his farm, were his bad luck and his wife's dress size. The farmers of Holcomb have always been highly traditional and very superstitious. When toasting the New Year's, it had to be to the exact second. 1 second off. Either way could bring on a disaster. Farmer Tice was a prime example of that. Other than getting to the fishing hole, he was never on time for anything. Farmer Toon invited Farmer Tice and his wife over to celebrate, but Honey Bunch had other plans. Harmon moved. So Farmer Tice took his nephew, the weasel, instead. Farmer Tice had been given a case of homemade Ripple for Christmas and thought he'd take it to the party to share with the guests. Little did he know that the weasel already drank the Ripple and had refilled the bottles with some very potent homemade prune juice. Not Ripple, but high-powered prune juice in them bottles. Whew. Here we go.
Let me see.
Now.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Now we're on this. Now we're right here. Let me read the next page. All right.
Let me see.
All right. See it here. I gotta read. All right. Move out my light.
Wait. Let me see what it says.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Farmer Toon says, "Hey, Jinx, your wife." It scares him. All right. Move. Let me read. All right. Farmer Toon's wife played a game with all the guests. She passed out 5.5-inch index cards and asked everyone to write down just one thing that they were thankful for during the past year. Then everybody had to try to match the cards with the person who wrote it. Everyone, of course, guessed which card belonged to Farmer Tice, since his was the only card that was blank. I don't think he knew how to write. Anyway, next, they began a whopper telling contest. The object of the game was for each farmer to make up a story about how he got his wife to marry him. Farmer Tice won that contest easily because all he had to do was to tell the truth. He thought she was the goddess of love, and she thought he was a rich army captain with a yacht and a plantation. He won the contest because everybody agreed nobody could be that stupid. There was also a game of musical chairs. The game finally wound down to just one chair. When the music stopped, Farmer Toon yelled, "Hey, Jinx! Look who just came in the door, your wife!" Then he dashed over and sat down before Farmer Tice knew what was happening. "Hey, Toon, don't you ever do that again." "Do what?" "Don't ever tell me my wife's nearby. You'd like to give me a heart attack."
Let me see what it is.
Yeah, I gotta move on. I'm running out of time, Harmon. Alright, move. By 11 o'clock, all that ripple had been drunk by all the partygoers, and that is, except for two, the Weasel and Mrs. Toon. Both abstained from ripple and drank Delaware punch instead. That was because he was underage and she was on the wagon.
What?
The wagon, that means that she don't drink. All right, listen. Little did anybody know that what they were actually drinking wasn't ripple at all, but a highly concentrated batch of prune juice. Farmer Tice was dubbed king of all little old winemakers, and a Burger King crown was bestowed upon his head. He was the head of the party. At 1:45, Farmer Toon's wife brought out the champagne and began to fill everybody's glass. That's about the time everybody began rubbing their stomachs and looking somewhat green around the gills. One by one, everybody headed for the bathroom until the line almost reached the back door. "Come on, hurry up in there." "Yeah, hurry up. I gotta go bad. I can't wait any longer." "Neither can I." "Out of my way. Move it. I told you I gotta go." Pretty soon, the septic tank gave out and the toilet started backing up. There was only one place left to go, and there was no time to waste. Everyone made a beeline for the back door and headed straight. There he is. Straight for the outhouse. The women move, I can't see. The women made the men wait at the back of the line. Lucky for them, it was a two-seater. Right. The men couldn't move, Harm. I can't see. The men couldn't wait and had to sit on garbage cans. By the time everybody got back into the house, it was 12:15. Too late to yell Happy New Year. The farmers of Holcomb were cursed.
That was so funny.
It wasn't hard to figure out what caused everybody to get the runs. Farmer Toon's wife picked up one of the empty bottles and tasted a few drops. "That ain't ripple. That's prune juice. You farmers have been drinking this all evening. No wonder you've got the backdoor trots." Everyone wanted to wring Farmer Tice's neck, but he was nowhere to be found. He and the Weasel had jumped into the truck and hightailed it out of there. On the way back, after stopping at the gas station to use the potty, Farmer Tice asked the Weasel, "Now, how do you suppose all that ripple got turned into prune juice?" Beats me, Uncle Jinx. Must have been a bad batch." As they headed down the dirt road toward home, they could hear everyone at the party yelling, "Jinx, you blank, 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 blank." Everyone was as mad as a hornet, but at least they couldn't make Farmer Tice sleep in the barn. His wife would do that once she found out about the New Year's Eve fiasco. And there he is. Farmer Tice running for his life with the Weasel. "Jinx, how could you shame me like this? Because of you, now the whole dang town is cursed." "Sorry about that, honey bunch. I didn't mean to do it."
Why did she say that?
Why? Because they got cursed. Because they didn't ring in. They forgot to salute to celebrate and toast the New Year right at the stroke of midnight. Because Farmer Tice screwed it all up for everybody. once again.